I'm Tonya Gray, and welcome to the chat room. Today we're chatting with actress, producer, and playwright Ruby White about her new movie, It Ain't What It Looked Like. Joining Ruby is the movie's director, Harold Lyle. Both are Mississippi natives, and we thank you both for being here today.
We thank you so much.
Yes, indeed. So why did you write this movie?
It started out as a play, bringing focus to domestic violence and teen peer pressure about, how boys pressure young girls into having sex before they're really ready. Mm-hmm. And God gave me this vision, and I put it down pencil to paper, and it was just there. It ain't what it looked like.
So what goes into filming a movie? What are all the moving pieces, and how long did it take you to actually film the movie?
It took us about 4 years because the different personalities and the characters and the different locations, and we had people that was willing to help us for no cost. Mm-hmm. And it was just a lot, and it was fun, and thank God for Harold for pushing me and keeping me focused, and his wife Ree.
Yes.
I started out years ago about I started out writing about 2000 and 2009. I heard a voice told me to get a dress and go buy a dress and a wig and put it on, and I did. And I asked God, I said, I did what you told me. And I said, but I need a name. And he said, Eugenia Tisdale. And that's how I come up with the name. And
is that
a character
in this movie?
In this movie,
okay.
Yes. And I wrote my first play. It was called Mimic, Breaking the Curse of Abuse Through Prayer, Hope, and the Word of God. And It Ain't What It Looked Like. It's my second play. And Go ahead.
It seems to be a theme around domestic violence. Is there a particular reason why you choose to write about that?
Yes, because I'm a survivor of domestic violence.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been in a domestic violence relationship for over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
I was young. When I was young, I fell in love with this boy. Mm-hmm. And he was the love of my life. And I thought I couldn't live without this man, but we went through so much. The relationship was really rough. Mm-hmm. We was just like oil and water together. But
and through that relationship, it helped you to write these plays and these movies to kind of get through that as therapy, I would guess, and to show other women the path not to go down, I suppose.
Yes, and it's like you see me, but you don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
If you see me with a happy face, you just see a happy face, but it ain't what it looked like.
Hi, I'm Tonya Gray with your Insurance Minute. A final expense life insurance policy is also often called burial insurance. This type of insurance policy is designed to pay any cost associated with your death. The amount that the insurance policy pays out depends on how much you pay for the premiums during the life of the plan. Some people have a clear idea of how they want their funeral or burial to be, while other individuals do not care one way or another. Whether you have the perfect funeral planned or simply do not care what happens to your body after you die, it is still important to note that any type of funeral that is planned for you will not be cheap. The cost of a funeral is not something you want to leave to your family to come up with. Most people cannot afford to spend upwards of $10,000 all at once. If you do not want this burden to fall on your family and you do not have the cash ready to pay for your cremation or burial, final expense life insurance policies are there for you. Let the KPG agency help to ease the worry of this financial burden. Contact us today to start your policy. So tell me, how did you meet Mr. Lyle here, and how did he come on as director for this movie?
I had a friend that she was the
Set director.
yes, the set director, and
For your play?
yes, and he was the photographer for her, and he saw just a little bit of it, and he wanted to know who was this lady who wrote the play.
Right.
And so she called me, and she said, Harold want to make a movie out of your play. And I said, yeah, for real? For real? Because, we was doing the play, but sometimes we would have about 40 people there. And
Right.
then another time we might have 15 people there.
Right.
Sometimes we might have 10. But
What did you see?
Sometimes the vision is deeper.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What did you see?
Some talent.
Exactly.
I saw the talent. I saw what there was practicing. I saw what there was rehearsing. And it just blew me away very quick. It didn't take much.
So talk about your duties and your role as director. What exactly do you bring to the film, and how are your talents used in this movie?
Well, with this project, I wanted something on my portfolio dealing with a movie. You feel me? So I saw what they had. We took a chance. We talked about it. We had a vision for what we wanted to do. I told her it was going to be some trials and tribulation. I told her how hard it was going to be. I told her everything before it even happened.
yes.
And I told her, just let me put my hands on this project and we'll make it through.
That's right. So what are some of the trials and tribulations that you
People.
went through? Scheduling.
Yes.
What were some of the hours like?
So most of the filming was in Flora.
In Flora on a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of times we got kicked out the houses. It was okay.
Yes, we met some powerful people that helped us, and we appreciate them.
So what are some of the locations, Flora, and where else did you shoot?
Tonya,
Mm-hmm.
Jackson, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
So a lot of the cast members, did they come from being in your plays? How did you go about casting for this movie? How hard was that, or how easy was that?
It was very easy. About 6 of the characters was original characters that started out with me 10 years ago in the first play, Mimic.
Mm-hmm.
And, I brought them on into the movie. And the other people, I was just scoping around town, like
Miss Ruby got
Did you post it?
Miss Ruby got that gift of gab.
So you didn't have to really post it to hold auditions. It kind of
I held auditions.
happened organically.
I held auditions, but only 2 or 3 showed up. So we used who showed up, we used them. So it worked out well.
Well, if you're dealing with something so traumatic as domestic violence, how do you get authentic performances out of actors and actresses?
Mm-hmm.
Where does that come from?
So one of the lead artists, which is
Ashanti Wansley.
Ashanti Wansley, thank you. She was in the play, so I saw her do her thing, from practice.
Mm-hmm. And I told her to get into the character and feel what the character feels, and just bring it alive.
Mm-hmm.
You
felt like she did that.
And
she did a good job.
She did a good job.
Oh,
she
yes.
did a wonderful
outstanding job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So is writing something you always wanted to do? You have a background in writing. It just, how did it come to be?
No. A lady named Herdestein Wilkerson, I was in her play. She called me to be Big Mama in her play. And my character was recast.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt some type of way, because I was enjoying it,
Right.
And so one day I was at the kitchen sink washing dishes, and I said, Lord, I want to write me a play. And I heard a voice that pick up a pencil and write. And I said, huh? And I heard it again, pick up a pencil and write. And I went and got a pencil and a pad and started writing, and that's where it begins.
How do you think about all these characters and what they'll say? And I mean, how does that play in your mind? How do you do that?
I mean, it's just God. It's just God.
That is a talent.
That
is
is
a
God.
talent. So, Tell us about the premiere of the movie. When is the movie going to air and where?
The movie is slated to be released on May 8th at the Alamo Theater downtown. It's a red carpet affair.
Okay.
And I would love for everybody to come and enjoy the movie with us.
We will be there. We most certainly will be there. I want you to talk about just women following their dreams and young women and girls who are looking to get into writing or being in the entertainment field. What words of advice would you have for them?
Just follow their dreams, follow their heart, listen to their inner heartbeat, and don't let nobody tell them that they can't. Don't let nobody tell them they can't. And they don't have to compromise themselves, just be themselves and know who they are and believe in themselves. Just like me, no matter what I went through, I knew who I was,
right,
and I knew who I belonged to. And so that kept me.
And what do you want them to take away from the movie? It ain't what it looked like. What do you want the audience to come away with having watched that?
I want them to come away feeling empowered, feeling good, feeling that they can go on no matter what things, what situation is, they can make it through.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Tonya Gray with your Insurance Minute. When most people think about life insurance, they think of having a policy that will replace their income after they pass away in order to help their surviving loved ones. However, life insurance policies are not always about replacing income. Many people do not realize how much funerals and burials actually cost. These final expenses can be quite large, which is why it is important to understand different life insurance options, such as final expense life insurance policies. When it comes down to it, the real point of life insurance in general is to make sure your loved ones are taken care of after you're gone so that they do not have to drastically change their lifestyle. If your family is faced with paying unexpected bills after you pass away, it could cause them to make difficult financial decisions they are likely not ready for. The KPG agency can help to answer any questions and ease the burden in knowing your final expense wishes are in place. Contact us today to get your policy started.
What words of wisdom or advice would you give to up-and-coming Black men that are looking to get into directing or photography or owning their own business and being an entrepreneur?
You can do anything you want to do. Claim it and work toward it. Simple as that. I started off doing audio engineering just for fun. Mm-hmm. I come from a music background, played trumpet and drums, and took one trip to California and changed my life.
Really?
Yes. And once I witnessed what I saw in California, exercised what I did with the film, I asked one person, can I film your wedding for $100? I just need to show what I can do. And God has blessed me to average over 60 weddings a year. So
that's a blessing.
Yes, indeed.
Blessing. Any last words you want to leave with us, Miss Ruby?
Baby, I was so nervous, I'm telling you. I had to break that Eugenia tears that boys out. Baby, I'm telling you, this is the hardest thing I ever had to do. I'm sorry. That's my Eugenia Tisdale voice.
Is that who we're gonna see in the movie, Miss Eugenia?
Yes, and she's a mess.
Yes.
Is this the lady who was in the trailer when you were on the porch and you got scared? You were talking to another lady. You said, "Let's go on back in the house."
Yes, that's Eugenia Tisdale. She's a mess.
Well, I look forward to seeing the movie. I thank you both for being here and joining me today.
Indeed.
I want to thank Ruby White and Harold Lyle for chatting with us today. You will find more information about them in the description. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Viral Stream TV. I'm Tonya Gray, and thanks for watching the chat room.